Cherry Gin Productions.
Hello, welcome to the home of Cherry Gin. Sarah and I have been writing, recording, playing, producing, performing for many years individually, but certainly for the past 2 years together as Cherry Gin, and having a great deal of fun doing it. We're not doing it for the money, although it'd be nice. We're doing it because we really enjoy it, and we hope those of you who listen to us, and thank you very much, really appreciate what we do. You can catch up with us on various platforms, including Spotify, etc, etc. Just see the scroll at the bottom and you'll get an idea of what we're up to. In the meantime, it's good to catch up with you, and yeah, hopefully in the near future I'll get Sarah to join me and we'll do a joint commentary. But she's very shy at the moment, so with that I'll just say thank you very much again and cheerio. Moving On is a concept album based on many shared experiences that we've all had. And in particular I'd like to introduce the first track, which is called Just a Man. Just a Man is based on the precept that a lot of men think they're God's gift to women. And a lot of women don't necessarily agree. However, I know I'm immune for this. I know I'm God's gift to women because every time they see me they say, oh God. Anyway, so that's some of the bits behind it. In the making of this, it's one of the things these videos want to explore. I will basically let you into the secret that the construction of the song is 10 tracks including the vocals, and the backbone of it, and the driving force indeed, is the percussion instruments, which feature some unusual bits as well as drums. We've got boot stomps, shakers and finger snaps. They're all rhythmically put together to effectively put the driving force behind the song. One of the things that also features is guitar solos, which is one of my specialities, but these are peculiar. The guitar solos represent basically the man wailing in the background about how unfair it all is and all the rest of it, not necessarily agreeing with everything. The sound of the guitar is processed using what's called an Atreides weirding module by Way Huge, which is a basically distorted synthesizer sound driven from the guitar. I think you may well agree that it does sound like someone in agony. That's what it's meant to do. Many of the tools we use to put this together include a Tascam multi-track desk and Cakewalk, which is a digital audio workstation. Very powerful workstation, and for those of you who know about it, personally I find it well, a great tool. That's all I can say. In the workstation we have many what's called plugins or effects. One of the main ones is the SSL, Steady State Logic channel strips, which can help shape the tone and give it much better drive. Apart from that, we've got various effects racks and all sorts of things going on. And ultimately it was mastered using the Lursen mastering console, and that's what really cohesively binds it all together to give the sound delivered to yourselves, whether it be on a phone or wherever, on a PC, on a workstation, whatever. We just have to make sure that you know, it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb and it all sounds really smooth and it's meant to be together. In fact, it's all meant to have happened in the same place at the same time in the same room. So there we go. Okay, hello again. And we're back to the Moving On album and track number 2. Unashamedly.
Dancing feeling.
Yeah, that dancing feeling. Unashamedly reggae.
Well, hey, I do love a bit of reggae.
Yeah. And I don't know, well, Sarah will probably tell you more about it, but I just have this vision of when you wrote it, you were probably just dancing away in your kitchen.
I was, yeah. Yeah, music was going, and it wasn't originally designed to be a reggae track, I don't think, this one. We kind of played around with different sounds, had lots of different ideas, and I don't know why, but I just thought let's try it as a reggae
Yeah,
beat,
so,
and
yeah.
it just works so really well.
Yeah. And being a reggae, in the mix has got all sorts of instruments.
It
You've
has.
got, I think 2 different types of organ, guitar, bass, all
We
sorts of
tried
things.
it with steel drums, but felt that was just a bit too much, I think, didn't we?
Actually, a little secret, subtly it's in the key
You
shift.
put them in anyway. Oh yeah, we did a key shift on this one as well, didn't
Yeah.
we? Yeah, yeah. 3 layers of harmony.
Oh yes.
Recorded it over and over again
Yeah.
in different harmony levels, which I love doing. That was good fun.
That was good, and at least you managed to stay still in front of the microphone as well.
Just.
Just.
I did feel there was a little bounce coming in every now and
Yeah.
again. You
That's
just got to
it.
do it. It's dancing feeling, and you got to bounce.
That's what it's all about. So that's the background to the track, and yeah, I think what we'll do is let you all bounce away to it when you hear it.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy. Take care.
And if you want to comment, drop some comments in. We'll always
Absolutely.
be pleased to hear what you have to think.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yep. Good evening, Mr. Walton.
Hello there. How are you doing,
I'm
Sarah?
doing fine, thank you very much.
Thank
So,
you.
would you like to tell me all about track 3 from the Moving On album? Track 3 is Shine On.
Well, this is an interesting one because to me it's a song about showing yourself in the best light, shining yourself,
Yeah?
rising above everything, and I don't know, it just brings me lots of hope and happiness listening to it.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot going on there. We've used the same trick that we used once before, where we've got stomps,
Lots of stomps,
claps,
lots of claps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all sorts
Yeah.
of things going on there.
Heavy boot
The heavy boot
thumps.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all in there.
Yeah. Acoustic guitars, some synthesizers, some strings, and believe it or not, a male voice choir. I don't know where that came
Yeah,
from.
we found them, dug them out from the local pub, I think.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
So, but yes, it's I think all in all, a beautiful song.
It's a happy track.
Happy track.
Yeah, and like you say, it's all about being positive
Absolutely.
and finding the best in yourself. So yeah, shine on.
Shine on indeed. And on that note, well, hopefully you'll find the best in yourself after you listen to it. And we shall see you again soon. Take care.
Bye for now.
Cheers. Sometimes in life you feel you just have to move on and go to somewhere, explore pastures new, without necessarily knowing where you're going or planning, but just going. This is a fairly traditional track in its structure, acoustic guitar and incidental cellos and a clarinet solo, which I believe Sarah did. So this is, as I say, well, the whole album's new territory for us, and we've really enjoyed making it, and this particular song is one of my favourites anyway. So I hope you enjoy it, and we'll catch you soon. Thank you very much. Hello, and welcome again. This is the 5th track on the album Moving On, and it's called Phoenix. It was very strange the way this was done. Sarah had the idea for a song and she actually recorded the vocals into her phone, probably in the car, and it's a credit to her that actually it was in tune. Once I'd found the key and all the rest of it, I put a beginning, a middle and an end and some effects on just the words, and it was only a short strip of words. Basically, as the walls were getting higher and the air is getting thin, do I build the walls to keep you out or just to keep you in? And ultimately it's a song of resurrection, hence Phoenix, rising from the ashes. So I hope you enjoy it, and yes, as I say, a departure for us. It's ambient song, lots of ambient twists and turns and something to reflect on, and I hope you reflect well on it. We now get into the title track of the album, Moving On, which I suspect is a very personal statement from Sarah. I don't know, maybe you'd like to explore that.
No.
Okay, no, that's fine.
No, moving on. The first line of the song was actually I was in the car and I had the radio on and I was listening to a song and I think it was Maroon 5, but I can't be sure. And the song lyric went something along the lines of, "I bought you flowers, but I left them on the back seat of my car." And instantly my head went, "You bought me flowers. If you leave them on the back seat of your car, they're going to be dead within 2 days. So you bought me flowers, but they died within 2 days. What else dies within 2 days?" And I thought, oh, a man's promises, they die within 2 days. They die pretty quickly, yeah. And it snowballed and it went really, really quickly. You know, some of these songs you write and they take weeks and weeks and weeks of writing. I really like the ones that they just happen within about 20 minutes because the words just tumble and I couldn't write them quick enough. It was like I'd got a pen in my hand and it was just shorthand writing, scribble, scribble, scribble,
Right,
scribble,
really?
scribble, because all the words were coming out jumbling really quickly. And it was just, from that one line. So don't ever buy me flowers and leave them on the back seat of your car, because I know what that means now.
Well, plastic ones can. No, it's an interesting song as well because it's sort of venturing almost into EDM territory.
Techno stuff, isn't it?
Techno, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I had a cold when we recorded the lyrics, which is why it's right down there on this one, because the voice dropped a lot more again. So yeah, it's a bit of a struggle. There's a bit of a growl at the end, a gravelly growl, but it worked because she's angry.
Yeah, she's
She's
angry.
very angry in this song, and that growly gravel came through.
And one of the other things I love in it actually is Sarah's solo done on a synth.
I can't play the piano. I don't know how I did that.
And you just sat there and went, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit like doing chopsticks with
It was, yeah. 2 fingers.
But that worked a treat. And the other favourite bit I've got in the production is there's a whisper in there.
You said forever.
Yes, you said forever. And it just ping-pongs. There's all sorts. So that's a little studio trick that, yeah, you'll have to
There's
listen out
lots
for
of
that one.
studio tricks. Yeah, Rich is a bit of a wonder with his studio's tricks. So if you listen to the entire album, which I think this is track number 8 on the album, so by now you've nearly heard the whole thing. There's lots of little techno and technical tricks that now Mr. Walton can do. Listen out.
Listen out, but at the end of the day, I try to make them invisible. You shouldn't have to think and say, oh yeah, he did something there. You won't hear it. It just sounds right.
Hopefully.
And if
Hopefully
it
the whole
sounds right,
album
it is right.
sounds
Yeah, that's good. Well, now back to the Moving On album,
Track number
7,
7.
which
It's all about myself.
all about Sarah. No, all about,
It's called Myself.
yeah.
And actually, it was on the first album that we brought out last year before. When did we do that? Anyway, way back when, pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, so yeah, some time ago now. But it felt like it needed to be on this album as well, but in a slightly different version, because it's still in the keeping of the moving on theme that we were going with this whole album about reinventing yourself. And Myself is all about being who you are and coming out the other side. But we completely re-recorded the whole song because I couldn't sing it in that key anymore. My voice has dropped a little bit lower, so we needed to drop it 2 semitones.
2 semitones. Technology changed as well. So
The technology all had to change, so we all had to re-record the whole thing, which was good. Oh, and a lot more harmonies again on this one as well, weren't
more
there?
harmonies.
Yeah, I love doing the harmonies.
Yeah.
Love doing that. That worked.
Really good.
Yeah.
Very clever.
So yeah, Myself, drinking champagne at the bar, and all of that stuff. Yeah, it's just a good track actually. I like this
Yeah,
one.
I like it. It really does say things. I think this time round we've got very strangely actually, we've got a double bass solo, which I don't think I've ever heard anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, you know, we like to mix things up a bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's still got the feel of a jazz club.
Yes.
Albeit a smoky jazz club, but in this day and age I couldn't do that.
Well, I felt like my voice did it justice. That's all right.
Anyway, for myself, give it a good listen, enjoy it, and smile as much as we did.
We do.
Okay, and we'll catch you again soon. Cheers.
Take care.
So, barefoot dancing, well, I'm talking to Sarah, we kept the music simple. One little known fact, it's one chord. We could have a competition where you can go off and discover the chord and let us know. Anyway, Sarah, do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, it originally, because I liked the thought of having just one chord, because when you listen to a lot of music, it's the melody that brings you into the song, and the words are actually sometimes really irrelevant. You could be singing a lot of absolute rubbish, but people still like the song because it's the melody that ups and downs and the peaks and the troughs that keep you interested. And I thought it would just be a real spin on that, just to have one note and make it so that it's actually the words that draw you in. The words are what's important in this song, not the music. And Rich very kindly brought me a book a few years ago, how to write better song lyrics, and I didn't take it personally. It was actually really quite helpful. But right at the very beginning, and I wish I could remember who wrote it, and I want to quote the author for him, but as a little thank you. But right at the very beginning of the book, it gives you exercises on how to explore what it is you're feeling, and it gives you tips and hints about exploring the 5 senses. And this song I wanted to bring in all about when you're walking on the beach, what you hear, what you feel, what you smell, what you taste and what you touch. So it's all about feeling the bare sand between your toes, smelling the fire, the wood smoke from the fire, tasting the red wine on the lips. It brings all of those emotions and the senses in, and to me that's what was important in the song, for a change, to make it about the words and not the music.
That's fantastic. I mean, having said the music's all one chord, there's actually 3 or 4 guitars in there.
There's quite a lot going on.
Quite a lot going on
for one chord.
Yeah. But luckily we decided we're not going to have everything all at once and all at the same time, so it does have a bit light and shade as well. Also, I mean, the other thing I'd love to have done, but the weather's turned too cold, is gone to the beach and set it all up and recorded the music video for Barefoot Dancing with a log fire and everybody having a party. But,
well, it is set on a windy, stormy, wet night, so we could still go.
Ooh, okay, thank you very much.
There's a thought for you.
There's a thought. And on that thought, I think we'll leave it and enjoy the song.
Cheers.
Take care.
You might notice that my good friend Rich has left me for the evening, and he's left me with a substitute. Very quiet. It's much quieter than the real thing, so you've just got me tonight. What can I tell you about Spread Your Wings and Fly? I'm going to have to keep this short and sweet because otherwise I'm going to cry. Spread Your Wings and Fly is dedicated to 4 very special people in my life. They know who they are. And it is also dedicated to every parent out there whose children have grown up, flown the nest, but come back on regular occasions to visit. They're always welcome. There's always a place for them. Despite the fact that the first thing they do when they walk in the house is open the fridge door and look at what you've got to eat and see what they can raid. But that's what the kids do, and that's why you love them. So yeah, to my kids and to everybody else out there who's got kids and knows what it's like. Spread your wings and fly, baby.
Fire burning brightly. There's always somewhere safe and somewhere warm.